Is the Porsche Taycan the ultimate electric car? We'll find out with today's review. This Taycan is being provided to us by the Porsche Salt Lake. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Matt Hendry. Let's get right into it. Well, I suppose we'll just do this all in one go. We'll open up that one, and we'll open up that one. So here's a quick look at the trunk in the Taycan here. Now this is the sedan version. And you can see that it's got a decent amount of space. You're not going to have as much vertical space as the kind of like wagon version of it. And then of course it is power with the opening. And let's now take a look. Whoops. I forgot to pull the latch. Anyways, let's take a look at that front trunk. I guess this is where we'll talk about the electric specs. We have a 105 kilowatt hour battery pack, 294 miles of driving range, 429 horsepower, 449 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60, 4.3 seconds. And you'll note, yeah, it's practical. And I feel bad because I just got fingerprints on the hood and this color just looks beautiful. Anyways, if you're looking for more videos just like this, make sure to subscribe. Now, fingerprints aside, I mean, look at this color. It's this cool, like, grayish blue or bluish gray, whatever you want to call it. And it just goes with the theme of the Taycan. Very sharp headlight design. You can see the whole front end. And yeah, I mean, it still looks like a Porsche, electric Porsche, right? Tire and wheel setup is 265 by 35 by 21 up front. And then if we pop over to the rear, 305 by 30 by 21. And look at the size of the rotors and calipers on this thing. Very impressive. Now, I love the charge ports on this. So just a little slide. And this side has fast charging. The other side just regular charging. I'll quickly show you guys. Just pop over here. Hey, you guys got elevator music in this one. I don't think I swiped it correctly. There we go. So, yeah. So here's the side profile of the Taycan. This is a little bit shorter than the Panamera, but again, similar size. And here's a quick look at the key fob features. Lock and unlock, you got the opening for the front trunk, the rear hatch, kind of already went over that, but yeah, nice key fob. Capping things off at the rear, you can see we've got the light bar there. It's got a smoked out design. I'll give you guys a closer look at that. And of course the Porsche emblem there in the center too. Let's now take a look at the interior. They actually do the thicker glass with this frameless windows, but you've got this kind of, it feels like synthetic trim, but very tight fit and finish, of course, normal Porsche fashion with all of the trim. I'll have to look at the handle too. And then here are the seats perforated all down the center. Now I will say, the kind of foot space back here is not massive, which is interesting because it's a pretty big car. But, you know, we've got vents in the back, and the design here is interesting because it's kind of like captain chairs in the back. I mean, you do technically have this little center seat here, but I mean, with how the bolsters are, it'd be pretty tight. And then we do have a big glass roof up top. Let's now take a look up front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, again, thicker glass, really nice trim all over the panel. We have the powerful mirror function, you've got the rest of the window controls, all of that. Memory seats with this as well. And then here's the front seat, perforated all down the center, and in normal Porsche fashion, tons of adjustability. Now we have this interesting thing where you've got the light controls kind of built into the center gauge cluster here, so you like tap on those, and the same thing on the other side with the suspension adjustment, stability control, and everything like that. So like the sides are touchscreen capacity, but then the center is just normal kind of gauge cluster where you can adjust it with the little controls here on the steering wheel. And speaking of steering wheel controls, I love this little drive mode select. And if we take a kind of further back look at the steering wheel, really nice trim all around with the Alcantara. You can see a little sport chrono clock there on the dash, and again, really nice trim. Little shifter here, isn't that interesting? 360 camera system with this. Good resolution in normal Porsche fashion with their modern systems. Let's see if we can get out of that quickly. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the screen responds quickly. It's not a massive screen, but I think it's more than big enough, and it's nicely integrated into this whole dash setup, which I think is great. If that wasn't enough screen for you, we do have more screen down below to control different items like the climate controls, the heated ventilated seats, your parking assist. So they've kind of gone for the futuristic vibe with this, with having everything into the screens. Got some cup holders here, center console there. And again, you got that nice trim on it. And I guess this will take a quick look at the window sticker. So 2026 Taycan 4, and you can see, of course, we have a base MSRP of $109,900, but options, and this is called pale blue metallic for the paint color, $143,790. Let's take it out and see how it performs. Well, let us set off in the Taycan 4. See how this bad boy Porsche performs. And I still like, I mean, this is why I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I wonder on stuff like this if people are more open to the kind of techie setup where it has screen everything pretty much. Because, you know, I can imagine in something like a 911, right, people probably want something that's kind of more tactile with a lot of this stuff. But something like this, it's like, okay, this is like futuristic Porsche. You probably want it to have the more futuristic looking setup. I don't know though. That's why I said interested to hear all of your feedback on that. Yeah, Porsche steering wheel adjustment's interesting. It's like this little kind of tab thing. Because a lot of the power steering wheels will be like a little thing that sticks out of the steering wheel on the side. But this is in the center, so you think it's going to be manual, like it's a latch you'd pull, but no, it's a power kind of latch feeling thing. It's a little bit different. Now, here's the thing that I will say to Porsche that's kind of funky. Why is it that this electric vehicle that they're selling has the thicker, you know, the laminated glass all throughout, and then something like a, you know, Macan or Cayenne, why do those not have the same setup? I just find that kind of interesting, and I kind of know the answer, right? It's, the electric car is going to have more road noise naturally because you don't have an engine to drown out the noise, and so then you do the thicker glass to eliminate that. But why not also add it to the, you know, right, the gas cars, basically? I think that actually makes sense, personally. Very smooth. And by the way, I'm going to be talking a little bit slower in these videos. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the hillside, this hillside here, gives me major allergies. I don't know what, because I film in Salt Lake Valley every single week. Don't have issues. But for some, and the thing is, I go hiking in the mountains all the time. Don't have issues. It is just this specific hillside. And the thing is ironic, like I grew up just like south of here, so I don't know, just weird. I thought I'd mention that because I'm like talking here and I'm like, I feel like I'm struggling to breathe, and I'm like, man, my lungs are getting clogged up with something up here. Yeah, these things drive so well, and this is the thing that's taken me a while to understand, because I've been reviewing these Porsches now for I think like a couple years, roughly. And when I first came into it, I just, you know, I had enthusiasm for the brand because it's Porsche, but I didn't fully understand the cars, and I feel like I've got a better understanding of the cars, because if you look at the specs on Porsches, it doesn't, like, you go, oh, 429 horsepower for, you know, over $100,000 with an electric car. Like, oh, I can get a Tesla that has more power than that for way less money. You know what I mean? So like, when you just look at the spreadsheet, it doesn't really make sense. But when you drive the car, it's like, oh, this drives really well. Like the suspension tuning, fantastic. The steering, fantastic. Like, the thing about Porsches that I've learned as I've reviewed more of them is you really do feel connected to the car in a way that you don't feel with a lot. When it comes to electric cars, you don't feel connected. They feel super synthetic. This is an electric car that actually has a level of engagement to it. It's not just a fast car, you know what I mean? Like, it's got acceleration, and we'll, you know, see that in just a moment. But it's like the steering feels good, the suspension feels good, the chassis. So there's a lot of, what I'm learning about Porsche is there's a lot of money spent into elements that aren't necessarily visible on the car, if that makes sense. They aren't visible, but when you drive the car, you understand them, you perceive them. Yes. Okay, let me tell you about, we got to talk about the allergies again for a second. Now that we're down here, guess what? I feel fine now. It's just how crazy is, what is in that neighborhood? It's causing my nose to freak out. So weird. Makes a synthetic sound. It's actually kind of cool. It's very futuristic, so we'll punch it here. Man. See, it's enough power, and there's a Miata behind us. They're having fun, I bet. This is a fun road to drive. It's enough power to feel fast, but it's not so much that, like, here's the weird thing. The other thing I want to mention about this. This is the only electric car, and I really do mean well, I shouldn't say the only. Other than electric cars that have like no horsepower, this is the only electric car that I've driven that has horsepower that doesn't make me sick when I drive it. That's the other thing about the Taycan is they've got the tuning right on this where it doesn't drive, it's not lurchy at all with the accelerator pedal modulation is very, like, the progression's really good, the braking's really good. And so I genuinely feel like I'm just driving a car. I don't feel like I'm driving an electric car. I think that's a big takeaway from this review. And the Taycan's gotten better over the years. Like the first Taycan compared to this, night and day difference. Right? They look different, but they also do drive different. So I'm still not like sold on the whole electric car concept, right? If I was buying a Porsche, it's going to be a gas one right now, personally. But if more electric cars had this type of driving, and then obviously if they have good range, definitely more of a consideration for me. My nose is starting to get clogged up already. This is so crazy. What in the world? Let me know what you guys think about the Taycan. And if you happen to live up here, like, let me know what's happening, because this is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. I go from feeling completely normal to now I feel like I'm struggling to breathe. And it's not an elevation thing. This is like 5,000 feet. I regularly spend time at, 8,000 plus feet above sea level. So weird. I'll see you guys.